area. But anyways, this is a almost 40-acre parcel, and the only way to really be able to show this to you is I gotta take the camera around on the four-wheeler, because it'd take me too long to walk it. So you're gonna have to deal with a little bit of noise here as we head up the driveway. This down here is where the water flows through from the uphill side of the property. This is the catch area here. There's an outlet right here, and it goes down towards what we refer to as the swamp. This is an area we cleared to let sunlight into the driveway so it wouldn't ice up so badly in the winter, because this driveway could get pretty icy in the wintertime. By clearing out these trees along the driveway here, it really helped open that up. Okay, now we're at a spot you can see the house pretty well. This is our lower garage. This houses the camper, keeps the tractor and the big plow truck that's needed for this property in it. And our big camper is also in there. And then over here is the sand shed. That's where we store the sand that we use the tractor to load the truck and drop sand, or use the tractor to spread the sand around. And that's where we store all our attachments to the tractor. There's a bush hog. That's what's underneath that green thing, is a big old bush hog to help keep the property clear. And that's trails that run off in that direction that we'll come back around on when we come, as we continue this. Alright, so now we're going to head up to the house. Now you start picking up the views. This is a retaining wall we built. Comes a rock garden and all that. That's a big swing set we built years ago, and there's also a playhouse up there. As you can see right here from the driveway, the views are pretty nice. This is just from the driveway. That's a screened-in, I guess you call it, smoking room, hot tub room, bunch of rooms. Some more decks there. 3-bay garage under. Over there, under that, is where we have our generator stored. We have a generator that comes on whenever the power goes out. That's what we refer to as the Kearsarge deck, because from there you can see Mount Kearsarge, which you'll see when I get to the top. We refer to that as the Sunapee deck, because that's what you see over there is Mount Sunapee. Kearsarge deck. That's Ragged Mountain. Out there is the hills to Alexandria going towards the White Mountains, but we don't see any of the White Mountains except for this one, Cardigan, because that's the only one not blocked out by those other hills. This swings all the way around towards New London. And now that's King Hill ski area right there. That's now no longer a ski area. There's houses up on the slopes. And as you head over this way, that is Mount Sunapee. We actually get to watch them make snow there during the winter. It's called the Snow Bowl. Just catch a little of the trail right there. That's on top of Sunapee. That's the tower up there. Alright, and this is the front of the house from where we're at here. Now I'm going to continue on down the property. One we call the Sunapee deck. Obviously, looking right at Mount Sunapee. I smoke cigars, so that's my smoking room. It's also got a hot tub in it, which had an issue this year, but that's what that room was built for. It does have heat in it, as the big garage below is also heated. This here is a retention pond that I put in just to catch the water that comes off the hill there. And it's had a lot more water in this in it at times, but it's been a dry year, so. But it catches anything that comes down, it pools in here, and sometimes we get frogs and everything going. Another trail we took off in that direction on the property. This is a trail here that just goes pretty much through the center of the property. That area down there is another set of lowlands. We have a little, I guess you call it, runoff that runs down there, goes into the swamp. So it comes right down along here. A little bumpier here, doing my best to keep the camera steady, but turn's going to be a little hard with one hand, but we'll do the best we can here. Now that there goes out to another trail we have that goes up around the top there. It actually goes into the woods for a ways, and then it comes back out the top end of our property. not easy with one hand. Used to doing this with two. This is the lower end. Right off here is where it kind of falls steeply down into the swamp, what we refer to as the swamp area. Now this here didn't used to exist. We could never get through this side of the property with a four-wheeler, so I took and pulled some dirt out of the gravel out of this bank, built a ramp that goes down into the lower area of the property, so you can actually go down into the lower area now. It was always difficult to get down there. Now you got a nice path. And along this embankment, I carved out a flat area. And basically, I'm going to come right back out to the garage. Other trails feed off this. As you can see, that's pretty steep off the side here. Get a lot of blackberries here in the summer. See a lot of stuff like bears, moose, a bunch of turkeys, a lot of deer. A lot of deer walk through this property day and night. It's not uncommon to find a deer at night when you're coming up the driveway. Now we've made a complete circle back down to the lower end. So I'll bring us back up to the top. Take a shot of the view and that garage is 40 by 50. I think it's 50 foot wide, 40 deep. So here we go. It's pretty much the end of the trip now. This is the view we look at every day. Try to paint it as slow as I can here. And again, that's Cardigan straight out there. Little bit of haze today, but still looking nice. And that's Kearsarge right back to there. Our property back here goes back, a couple hundred, maybe 300 feet. And then down along here, it really expands out in that direction. And of course, it borders the swamp all the way down along through here. That's a whole, it's like a river and a swamp down in there. So